To quote Kamala Harris, we're not going back. You hear that, Democratic politicians? How about you stop going back and start moving forward? There we go. Okay, friends, hello, welcome. I'm the Philadelphia Whovian, and this is my channel on the post-election situation going on. Okay, friends. First of all, the first thing we're doing, after the election, the loss of the Democrats is now we're going to start pointing fingers. And I think that is the stupidest thing ever. And again, how we're pointing fingers also at Kamala Harris. You stupid idiots. Okay, first and foremost, here's what y'all are doing wrong. Pointing fingers at each other publicly. Yes. First of all, this is a stupid idea. After the election's over, you guys are scrambling around like rats, trying to blame each other, trying to find who's wrong here, who's wrong here, who's wrong here. First of all, it makes you look weak, and it makes y'all look divided. That's what the Republican side of the Trump movement want. You're playing right into their hands by coming forward and doing like scrunching around and like pointing fingers at each other. You're showing you are divided. This is not good. What right now you need to do, should have done post-election is just convene with each other, said, okay, here's what we could have done, here's what we could have done behind the scenes. And then when you came out publicly said, yes, we lost, but here's the thing, we're going to go forward. How can we go forward? We're going to pick up the pieces and keep on going. Become a unified front. Okay, yes, the Harris campaign cost like how many, over $900 million. Okay, don't worry, it shows because she put all of her all into this. We're going to come together. How can we fund to pay this bill? Work together, help Harris, rebuild, etc. and so forth. And we're all going to come together. But did you do that? No, all you're doing is just like whiny babies, idiots, showing how divided you are. This is not good. This is a time for you to lean back and say, okay, here's what did not work. And again, what did not work is just simple, good old-fashioned, again, racism, sexism, misinformation, disinformation, again, Elon Musk backing Donald Trump, and a couple other varying factors. And again, ignorance of the American people, what's going on. Boo. There are these factors. But the problem is, you should have immediately said, here's how we're going to go forward with this. We are going to become unified, stronger than ever. And the first thing you guys need to do, and here's another problem. This problem did not spring with Kamala Harris. It goes before that. Any Democrat who is saying, oh my God, she could have done this, or again, her campaign was like almost $1 billion. Oh my God, how, she should be disqualified. Stupid. She gave it her all in 100 days. And you could not have done it better. And a lot of you, the problem goes before this. Because she had to combat misinformation and disinformation. You guys should have been combating earlier. The Democrats should have been combating this earlier. You should have gone more on the offensive with all the lies being thrown at the Biden administration. And I wish that Biden himself... I don't hate Biden. I don't hate you, Biden. But I wish you'd step down earlier to give people more time to breathe and get, their campaign running. I just wish you had. That's the main problem I have with you. But I don't hate you. But I think you were wrong in this way, buddy. But yes, here's the situation. You guys should have been doing this earlier. You should have been more unified, backing each other. And when the MAGA side of the Republican Party, when they were constantly throwing lies and hurled at Biden, you should have had an ability to counteract all this, fighting fire with fire. You should have been doing this before Harris even had to campaign. She had to campaign against all of this stuff, which you guys should have been combating earlier. The problem was not her. The problem was you guys dropping the ball too early on advance, dropping the ball in every single way, shape, and or form. And that is the problem. And another problem is you guys did not get in touch with independent news networks on YouTube, podcasts, who these are YouTubers and people online who they are all about giving the news, but they also have a moral compass. And because they're independent, they cannot be bought. You should have reached out to them way before the Harris campaign. So when the Harris campaign and Walt's campaign stepped in, they knew how to work with these people on the ground who could know how to talk to people in everyday sort of way, could reach more viewers. This should have happened, but this didn't happen. You should have been doing this long ago before Harris ever stepped onto the platform to campaign. The problem was not her. The problem was you People in the Democratic side dropping the ball early in advance into the Biden administration, not fighting fire with fire, not being more aggressive, not combating all of this misinformation and disinformation. You know who showed fire on this trail? Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. They were not afraid to fight back, but they had only 100 and something days to fight back. You should have been doing this earlier. So go forward. Do not go back. Stop pointing fingers at each other. And unite. Connect with independent news outlets on YouTube. Again, podcasts. People like Rachel Maddow, who's like the last honest person, like, when it comes to the mainstream media. Yes. Do that. Unite. Stop pointing fingers. And only do it behind closed doors. But when you are in public, unite. Freaking unite. Good luck.